Good morning, good morning. BigSquareRoadRuler.com with your morning. One of these, your sip of coffee. All right, cryptos get a little bounce. That's always exciting for crypto holders, the little bounce. Yeah, almost all of them got a little bounce. They were getting slammed down again, and all of a sudden they just popped right up. Don't get excited. It's not that everybody would start buying crypto. No. It's the computer programmers who rigged the markets decided to let off some of the pressure by giving a little bounce. It wasn't a purchase. It was probably a removal of massive sale orders on the derivative markets that we have. Yes, all the crypto markets are derivative markets. You can tell by the volume. It is obvious. Right now, hey, did you sell your Litecoin yesterday in the last 24 hours? No, you did. Because all Litecoin that's ever been mined has been sold in the last 24 hours. Look at the volume. Litecoin, $2.8 billion worth of Litecoin, 2.988, 2.881. And how much Litecoin is available since the first Litecoin was mined? 2.9. So in the last 24 hours, somebody sold your Litecoin. It is stupid. It is ridiculous. And it's the derivatives. Now, all the exchanges right now are mainly derivative exchanges, meaning they don't trade the real thing. They're trading within their own ecosystem. None of these are on the blockchain unless it's a decentralized exchange, which they aren't very popular because of the liquidity problem. Well, I mean, the whole concept of massive liquidity is needed is ridiculous. You don't need massive liquidity. You need proper price discovery. The very easy way to cure the problem of liquidity is to allow the price to be freely traded. Only allow Bitcoin to be traded. Do not allow any derivatives. But that takes understanding by the people not to use the derivative exchanges. And that's what's coming up. When they all crash, when the banks go down and all the exchanges go down and everybody loses their cryptos, they're going to say, oh my God, what was I thinking dealing in crypto derivatives? Buying on Coinbase or Kraken or Poloniex. Those are all derivative exchanges. Look at the volumes, my friends. Come on, wake up. And then when nobody accepts the derivative exchanges, yes, liquidity will be fine. You're just going to have to pay more. You're just going to have to pay more for cryptos because they're undervalued. At those exciting times, it's not going to go up 10, 20%. It's going to go up 100, 200, 300%. Why? Because it's undervalued asset in relation to the dollar. So the world is going to change, but it won't change until these criminal exchanges go. Now, BAKKT, BAKKT, is the #1 criminal derivative exchange. Well, it's not #1 right now. #1 is all the other exchanges. BAKKT is vying to be the #1 criminal derivative exchange in cryptocurrency. No, they're not trading real Bitcoin. Show me the wallet. Show me the transactions. They even say, we're dealing in Bitcoin derivatives, so please wake up, people. BAKKT is not good. Saying I like BAKKT because it adds liquidity is saying I like the COMEX because it adds liquidity to silver in the early 1970s when they implemented that criminal exchange. That's 50 years of manipulation. If you want 50 years of manipulation, go ahead and play with the BAKKT system. But the BAKKT system won't be around for very long. The reason I know this is ICE. ICE owns all the criminal exchanges. It owns the COMEX. It owns the LBMA. It owns, I don't know if it owns the LBMA because that's not even an exchange. It's an association. It owns the New York Stock Exchange. It owns the NASDAQ. If you're looking for the real criminals, it is the owners of BAKKT. And when those systems break down with the banking crash, BAKKT will be gone. Blink your eyes and boom, all that liquidity is gone because the exchanges are criminal and they're not real. Derivatives are a scourge on humanity. I'm going to get back to Nostradamus. Remember that Nostradamus quatrain? That's what he called his little stanzas that talked about gold and silver. He said, I'll find the real quote and put it up later today, but he said something to the effect of, imitations of gold and silver are thrown into the water. Do we have imitations of gold and silver today? Absolutely. Every single COMEX contract Every single LBMA contract, every future option, swaption, those are imitations of gold and silver. You could say the US dollar is an imitation of gold and silver compared to what they were talking about back then. Do we have imitations of Bitcoin, of Litecoin, real cryptocurrency? Absolutely. They're traded every day, and you're looking at the prices right now. BAKKT is an imitation of gold and silver, and it will be thrown into the lake just like all the other imitations. And after this system blows, remember, it was designed by Alan Greenspan and friends to blow. The derivative market was unregulated because they wanted to destroy the system. They blew it up so big knowing that there is no way out. And the blowing of the system will erase everything that's not in your possession. So hang on tight because we're getting to that point. But in the meantime, they're going to run cryptos up again at some point. Then they're going to run it down again at some point. And then they're going to run it up again at some point. The only way out of this insanity of market manipulation, price manipulation, is to destroy the exchanges that foster this. That would include BAKKT. Absolutely, 100%. We don't want liquidity in cryptocurrencies. We want real cryptocurrencies to trade. Liquidity in today's day and age is fake cryptocurrency. That's what liquidity is. Look at the stock market. Fake stocks are being traded. They call it liquidity. So that's my take, at least. And the reason I'm talking about BAKKT is this. BAKKT CEO Kelly Loeffler is appointed as a Georgia senator. Remember I said there's good guys and there's bad guys in cryptos. The deep state is knee-deep in cryptos. That's why Trump doesn't like them. Knee-deep. And Kelly Loeffler is one of them. So it's very scary. It should be scary to any Republican that Kelly Loeffler, a deep state crypto lover, is part of our Congress now. Doesn't mean she won't vote for Congress, but it does mean she's going to do everything she can to help the bad guys keep the system in place. I don't know anything about her. All I know is that she's the wife of the head of the CEO of ICE, which tells me she's a criminal, obviously. But we'll see what happens. BAKKT CEO Kelly Loeffler has been appointed as Senator of Georgia by Governor Brian Kemp, despite Trump's advising otherwise. Following her appointment, Loeffler will become the second female senator for the state of Georgia in U.S. history. Owned by Intercontinental Exchange, which runs the New York Stock Exchange, BAKKT is one of the first regulated markets for digital assets aimed at institutional investors. It doesn't say derivatives. Why doesn't it say derivatives there? That's what they deal in. And if anybody tries to tell me, oh no, they got custodianships, they buy the real cryptos and hold it while people are trading it, show me the wallet. Show me the wallet. They don't even claim to do that. They claim to trade in derivatives, which is true. Show me the wallet. We don't need more liquidity in derivatives. We got plenty with all the exchanges. BAKKT's platform initially got off to a slow start following a launch this year. However, recent anticipation for its new Bitcoin options contract. You notice it didn't say Bitcoin purchases. Bitcoin options contract has elevated volume of Bitcoin futures on the exchange. You know, I'm coming to the conclusion that Chris Giancarlo, the head of the CFTC, when he came out and said, yeah, we set up the CME futures and options to control the price of Bitcoin, I think he was sending us a message. I think he was telling us, hey, this is nothing compared to what BAKKT can do. Yes, BAKKT can add liquidity, but it can also rig the market for 50 years. Do you really want a market like we gained in silver back in the 1970s when they allowed the COMEX to be invented? And then they allowed the regulators, the CFTC, to oversee the manipulation. Do we really want to go down that path again? But like Bitcoin Ben says, there's nothing we can do about it. And I agree, there's nothing we can do about it. And I think Greenspan agreed too. There's nothing we can do about it except destroy it all. Ultimately, it's going to be destroyed. Why do we want to build the crypto infrastructure out fully just so it can be destroyed later down the line? The transition the derivative problem will wipe out everything on the crypto side and everything on the financial side, everything on the gold and silver side. There will be no exchanges trading it. All that infrastructure that was being built will be for naught. We need to get rid of the old system first before we rebuild and implement something new, because the destruction of the old system cannot be avoided. The can can be kicked, and that's it. But as you kick the can, the problem gets bigger and bigger and bigger, as we've seen in the derivatives. JP Morgan's increased derivative position by $10 trillion. I don't see crypto soaking up any of that. Yeah. Anyway, so Kelly Loeffler is now a senator. That means part of the crypto cabal is in Congress. Okay, might be good for, see, it's not good. It's not good. They'll make it into something good. They'll say, oh, this is great for cryptos because someone who's been involved in cryptos is now a senator. But the reality is, you know what she's going to do? She's going to help with the regulation, implement the other necessary part of rigging a crypto market for 50 years, which is the regulatory oversight and protection. It might be under the CFTC. They'll probably invent a new regulator called the Crypto Financial Commission Board to cover up for the crimes that are going to be committed. Do we really want that? No. All right. And speaking of crimes committed, yes, of course, we had a stock market drop yesterday, and voila, a miraculous bounce back. Steve Mnuchin clicked the mouse. That's all that happened. Steve Mnuchin clicked the mouse. It's kind of insane. Everybody kind of sees it now too, which is weird. They don't really fully understand the ability for the Exchange Stabilization Fund to rig markets. But it's a click of a mouse. They don't even need money. These are all derivatives being traded. And the Exchange Stabilization Fund, they do have to report some of their US dollar activities. They don't have to report any of their derivative holdings or derivative actions. You want to know who's got the trillions in derivatives? It's the Exchange Stabilization Fund utilizes it every day to keep the system going, and that's all been the plan. Unless you're on the road to Ruta, and then one day they're going to pull the plug, and that's going to be a good day. It won't be. Let me take that back. It'll be a crazy, scary day, but the old system will end, and that's what will happen. It has to happen. The question is, do we want to do it now, or do we want our kids and grandkids? I say let's do it now. I was looking at Zero Hedge, just everything was on that today, and it's a real exciting time. December to remember is what I'm calling this, because we got all kinds of things happening in silver, in cryptos, in our government. I don't know if we're going to have another president. I would say the odds are on the road to Ruta. No, we don't need another president. Now, will that split up the country? Potentially. Might not be a bad thing. I don't know. But definitely, the change is in the air, and hang on tight because it's going to get really crazy. I have 2 interviews today. I sit down with Dave at X22 Report. I haven't talked to him in a while. I'm real excited about that. And then me and my friend Bitcoin Ben are going to get together and have a chin wag, as they call it. And I will post, or Dave will post his on X22, and I will post the Bitcoin Ben discussion. I'm sure we have a lot to talk about at Road to Ruta, the YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe, I am currently giving away 1 Veritasium token and a silver coin. This silver coin is going to be extremely valuable. No, I do not sell them other than give them away with every private road subscription. So it has the scarcity value, and they are all numbered on the bottom. Double strike. Ruta jumping up and down on the road to Ruta with the little cave of gold on the side. If you're not a member yet, be a member. I don't know what I'm going to do with these coins once silver price pops. I'll probably just sell them individually because obviously I won't be able to give them away unless I jack the price of a private road membership to $1,000. So I'll probably be selling these for a huge premium. If when the silver market is finally freely traded. So hang on tight for that. But right now, I'm giving them away at the Road to Ruta, and you could just hit subscribe today and check it out. It's Vic Weir, roadtoruta.com. Talk to you later.